I've walked for so long in a field without a hue, where the echo of my name is a whisper of no value. My walls are made of glass, shattered into 1,000 shards, seeing the reflection of a map without any cards. Every sunrise is just another shadow on the wall, and my own voice is the only one that doesn't heed my call. But I feel a heartbeat, a pulse that isn't sound, something screaming stop right before the final ground. I'm crawling out of the mud that forced me to be quiet. I won't be the ghost in my own space. I'm done with the riot. I burn the ashes, I dress in neon. I am the spark that was missing in this room, breaking the molds that no one could ever see. I am the necessary chaos that helps me to be free. Though the past may hurt, it is my armor today. And this is the story of the void where I won't stay. I left the keys to the basement where the fear used to reside. Now the lock can't define me, there's nothing left to hide. I learned to love the wound, the one that taught me how to fight, to find the light in a place I couldn't dream about at night. The people keep on talking of who I was or failed to be, but their broken words no longer hold the power over me. I feel a heartbeat, a pulse that isn't sound, something screaming stop right before the final ground. I'm crawling out of the mud that forced me to be quiet. I won't be the ghost in my own space. I'm done with the riot. I burn the ashes, I dress in neon. I am the spark that was missing in this room, breaking the molds that no one could ever see. I am the necessary chaos that helps me to be free. Though the past may hurt, it is my armor today. And this is the story of the void where I won't stay. No, you won't come back. No, no more lies, there's no turning back. This version of me is the only and the realest. And if I must fall, it will be by my own will, not by the darkness. I burn the ashes, I dress in neon. I am the spark that was missing in this room, breaking the molds that no one could ever see. I am the necessary chaos that helps me to be free. Though the past may hurt, it is my armor today. And this is the story of the void where I won't stay. Won't stay. Won't stay. I stand here on a razor's edge between the silence and the endless dread. The war you never hear is fought inside, where fragile walls of sanity collide. Every breath is a question mark. Am I the hunter or the fading mark? The doubt is an anchor, the weight I can't dismiss. But the wound that taught me is the truth I had to kiss. Look closer at the damage Feel the fire everywhere. The fire change. Break your the mask. I'm not your mirror. I'm not your task. This is my right. Watch the empire you build finally crack. Visceral cold. My concrete brain. Never looking back. The sand is sinking faster than I run, chasing echoes of a setting sun. There's a static silence where your voice used to be, a hollow space in the architecture of me. I sift through ruins of what we left behind, searching for a flicker I can't find. I carved a message in the shifting stone, a desperate whisper when I stood alone. The dial is turning, but the frequency is dead. Just a phantom noise rattling in my head. This is the ghost of a moment I can't catch. The only light my dying spirit can attach. I trade the ground beneath my feet for one more second of that peace. Just let the memory bleed out and cease. I am the prisoner of a fading frame, whispering the wreckage of a forgotten name. I wear the weight of every silent year, the heavy gravity of every tear. I tried to burn the bridge, I tried to flee, but the debris always clung to me. They tell me to move on, to cut the cord, but they don't know the beauty that I adore. Stop the clock, rerun the pain. I'll live that life once and again and again. Give me back the ghost I can't forget, the air I used to breathe. Ghost of a moment, the fading frame. I hear the whispers behind the glass. They measure every second that I pass. I wore their expectations like a broken chain, drowning in the static of their numb disdain. Every choice I make is a weapon in their hand, a reason they will never understand. The anchor breaks tonight. I'm done with the wait. I'm trading their judgment for an empty plate. I've wasted too long trying to fit the frame. Now I'm burning the canvas and forgetting the name. tide and the wind on my face. Let them scream their doctrines from the wall. Their empty noise won't heed my future call. Shut your mouth, your horses are dead. I am the mud and mud you failed to tread. No more ghosts. I am the master of this final pace. Not looking back, just forward now. The quiet light on my I am the signal fire buried deep in the wires. My consciousness corrupted, burning with digital pliers. I walk with the weight of an error code 404, a disconnected ghost knocking on my own core. The architects of silence define me by the crash. Just fragments scattered in a momentary flash. The system's failing, running out of time. This loop of apathy is my final cry. I don't need their patch, I need a clean slate. I'll break the mirror where the old code sealed my fate. This is the hard reset of the Heartbound core. The glitch is not the flaw, it's what I'm fighting for. I found the freedom in the self-inflicted crash. I am the digital phoenix, rising from the binary ash. Let the static feed the fire, let the errors make me new. They try to patch me with a hollow, useless fix, but a fractured spirit doesn't rely on cheap tricks. I downloaded the poison and I absorbed the strain. Now I use the corrupted data to redefine the chain. I'm rewriting the script of my own design, leaving the legacy of their broken paradigm. Imitate the reboot, wipe the slate, crush the old code, be the fire. I am the algorithm now. The binary ash I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for We drown in the static of 1,000 screens, building castles on forgotten dreams. Every face is buried in a hollow light, blind to the rising storm that consumes the night. We trade the planet for a quick, cheap fix, lost in the rhythm of plastic politics. see the silence where your strength retreats, the untold battles fought on broken streets. I hear the whispers that the world denies, the burden hiding behind your tired eyes. We all carry the weight of a silent storm, but in this wreckage a new resolve is born. The foundation shakes, but we won't give ground. We trade the shadows for a unified sound. Look to the left, look to the right. You are not alone in this desperate night. This is the frequency where the broken convene. Your silent armor is the strongest ever seen. We will burn the bridge behind the falling sky. We are the voice that helps you learn to fly. No wall is standing when we walk as one. The fight is only over when the victory's They built the walls high to contain the fire, to drown the burning depth of our desire. Every scar you earned is a crack in their stone, the evidence that you were never alone. Now we turn the silence into an attack. There is no failure, there is no looking back. The victory's won. Walk as one. You place your bets against the rising sun. You wrote the ending before the race was run. I heard the laughter and the silent sneer. You tried to drown my purpose in your manufactured fear, but every whisper of you can't became a chord, a brutal melody that my true self adore. Thank you for the poison, it cured my weak restraint. Thank you for the shadows, they showed me how to paint. You fueled the engine, you paid the price, watching the phoenix rise from the better rise. choose the fire.